Hello Africa, this is Inside Story on African Free Press TV. My name is O.C. Vince. Our focus today is to look at the impact of the terrorist group in Nigeria using female young girls as terrorist bombers. When we say females, we are aware that across the world, it's not a new phenomenon that terrorist groups across the world using young females as suicide bombers. In Nigeria today, a lot of the spate of bombings and explosions that destroys lives and properties of Nigerians have been carried out by these young girls who have this jacket of explosives around them, or what you call your IED, improvised explosive devices, built around them, and they go to certain places where they've got crowd, innocent Nigerians in the marketplaces, places of worship, motor parks, and they go there and they explode these devices, killing lives and destroying properties. Our focus today is to look at what is happening. Why have they chosen young girls? Why they have chosen females to do this? What is the idea behind this? What is the motivation? What is the encouragement? Please stay tuned as we go deeper on this edition of Inside Story on African Free Press TV. First of all, let's look at the issue of many neighboring countries across Africa or around Nigeria trying to ban the idea of certain dressing code. But before we get there, let's remember in the 1980s, the use of female suicide bombers by terrorist groups was started back in Lebanon. Now in the 1990s, in Sri Lanka, it was quite prevalent. Even in the 2000s, Kenyans and the Somalians experienced the same situation. And recently, it happened across Chad, Nigeria, Cameroon, where these young girls have been used. Now, looking at the issue, why is young girls being used? Now, technically, from security experts, they made us understand that when young girls are being stopped and searched by security agencies, when these young girls are searched by male security agencies, that could be a propaganda used by their sponsors to say, look at how they are abusing our girls. They shouldn't be searching our girls. So the lesson curve here, or the learning curve here, would be for security agencies to even think of recruiting more female security agents so they can make sure it's female to female body search, to avoid male to female body search. Because when males search these young girls, their sponsors will use that as a propaganda to say their girls have been abused, and that could be an avenue or a recruitment strategy for more men to be recruited to come and fight in this particular war. Number two, let's look at the issue of the calls for certain Muslim dressing to be banned, just like in Chad and in parts of Cameroon, where the burqa has been banned. A lot of people in Nigeria are asking for the same thing to be done in Nigeria. I think for us here to learn is to understand that our Muslim brothers and sisters have got every fundamental right to wear their Islamic dressing, because in the Quran chapter 33 and chapter 24 it asks that a modest Muslim lady should dress moderately, and you encourage even male to gaze low, to put your gaze down, and it encourages female Muslims to dress in a certain way when they are with their husbands, their children, and their family members. But when they are outside in the public, they are encouraged to dress in a certain way. And we have to respect their right to live their lives according to their teaching from the Holy Book, Quran. However, on the other side, we have to also understand that in Cameroon, in parts of Cameroon and Chad, it wasn't hijab that was banned. What was actually banned is the burqa. Now, let me give you more emphasis on about this ideal dressing. The burqa is that particular Islamic dressing worn by female Muslims to cover all parts of their body, even their faces, even their eyes. You won't even see any part of their body. That is the burqa. That is what been banned in parts of Cameroon and parts in Chad. Then there's another one called the niqab. That is the one that covers all parts of the female body, but you can see their two eyes. That is the niqab. Then you've got the shela, the one that allows you to see the complete face of the lady, except her hair, but it allows you to see her neck. Then you've got the al-amin, that one, they wear a tiny cap and now use a veil to cover it, using a hijab to cover it. Now we talk about the hijab. The hijab is the most common ones where you see a female Muslim covers her body, but you can actually see her complete face. So when it comes to the issue of identification, you will not have a problem with identification. Unlike the niqab and the burqa, when you will not be able to see the full face of the person for official security identification. So it's very important that we understand the difference about the hijab and the niqab and the burqa and the other different types of dressing. Even Muslim men wear certain dressing according to their values. Now let's move forward. What happened to these young girls? What is the benefit? What is the idea behind their recruitment and their use as suicide bombers? It's very important for us to understand here that most of these young ladies, because mostly women, have got this peaceful perspective about them. Women is a very peaceful creature of God Almighty. Women are the source, we see them as a source of peace more than other creatures of God. So when a woman carries a suicide bomb strapped around her, it's very possible that the security agencies may not suspect them. However, this needs to change now. We need to find more strategies to make sure that, number one, it's only female security agents that search females across Nigeria. We should never allow, on any circumstance, for a man to search a female. It's illegal, it's unacceptable, it's unethical, it's unprofessional, and it should never happen. However, in a situation where there are no females to search female members of the public, that is where I'll expect security agencies to do more to make sure that these explosives are stopped before they destroy lives and properties. Let's also look at the issue of less suspicion. It's obvious that most people will not suspect female than the way they suspect men. And let's also look at the religious and legal implications of male to female body search, that it's not allowed. And finally, let's understand that most of the time these females are being used as suicide bombers. It's also a recruitment strategy that the terrorist groups use to recruit more men. Now, when a woman or girls are exploding and bombing themselves up, they're actually saying, if women can do it, where are our men? What are you doing about this? So it's actually a strategy to invite more men to come and fight the war. And very important, we as Nigerians need to know that the issues of national security is for all of us. We have to remember to ring 112 to inform the security agencies of any critical issues about security. Do not try to be a hero. When you see a suspected package, do not touch it. Call 112. Call the experts. Call the police for them to come and do their job. Thank you. Remember once again, this is Inside Story on African Free Press TV. Remember to follow us on our Facebook page on African Free Press. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press, and also check out our website on www.africanfreepress.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Once again, my name is O.C. Vince. God bless you. Bye-bye.